Welcome, Capricorn. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do a fourth quarter reading for you, which includes the months of October, November, and December of this year. This is a predictive reading. I don't often do future-looking readings or outcome readings, but this is still a general reading. So it may not resonate for all of you. If you're familiar with my style, if you're new to the channel and you feel my flow, then please know that I do personal readings, and the information for those is in the description box below. So I am happy to be here, and I'm happy for you to be here. Thank you in advance. Let's look at your overall energy, Capricorn. Most of you know that I am a Capricorn. I'm shuffling on camera just as a different way of doing things, and hopefully this is useful to you. Please comment if you find anything in here particularly helpful. I always welcome your thoughts. And I pulled the Moon card, Capricorn. This is describing an overall energy in the fourth quarter. And because Pluto, the planet that has been in your sign for the last 17-ish years, is touching back on the very last minutes of Capricorn in this fourth quarter. And this is about the experiences, the healing, the growth that you have maintained, you've sustained as a part of looking at things that are difficult for you, particularly in your own behavior, your own experience. Because Pluto has given you the courage to face your fears, and many years in experiencing the destruction and the reconstruction, the reemergence of your power, your talents, your inner resources, you have a unique opportunity this fall to summarize those past couple of decades of experience and growth that you have experienced. This is about Pluto moving ultimately into Aquarius for the next 20 years and finally leaving Capricorn for a very long time, a couple of 100 years. This is only going to happen once in your lifetime. This only happens once in a lifetime, and it doesn't happen for everyone. The sun doesn't necessarily conjunct someone's significant placement like a sun, moon, or any stellium or placement of planets. So this has been a life-changing experience for you, and Pluto represents this opportunity for hopefulness, for connecting with the advancements in the technology that allow us to connect pretty deeply with people real time anywhere on the planet. That's just one of the things that we have an opportunity for, but we are now prepared to move forward into the future with a renewed sense of self, a renewed sense of our values and our personal power. So for October, I have pulled the Eight of Pentacles, and this is describing how hard you are working. This is, I would say, through this sense of renewed empowerment. In some cases, many of us may have thought, work is over. At this point in my life, I'm done working. I'm going to be sitting back and enjoying the fruits of my labors. This is instead an awareness that I've lived a life of improvement of who I am, of the careful crafting of my skill, the devotion of the work, my purposeful work, and the love of what I do, so that my work no longer is simply labor, but it is joy, it is devotion, it is love, it is purpose, it is my mission. And as a result of that, I recognize that I take every opportunity to perfect myself and to perfect my skills in order to be prepared for the opportunities that come my way. This is your preparation for success. And in preparing for success, you are already successful. That's for October, and I'm going to look at November for Capricorn, and I have the star. This is always lovely. The star is our North Star. It is our hope, our ability to hope. And this is a direct response. Sorry, I just had to grab that mosquito. You have uh, experienced miracles in the overcoming, the facing of difficult experiences in your life, in difficult behaviors that you take full responsibility for, and the ability to face your fears, to have triumphed over your fears and come to a place where you recognize not only are miracles possible, but you are hopeful. The hope is highly charged and positive in this context in November. So you are coming with a new vision out of this experience of having done your shadow work, having faced these difficult experiences, taken full responsibility for your reality, past and present, and you are cultivating this vision through your labor in November. In December, we have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is a less active queen, in as much as my experience of this card, that my sense of this card is that you are actually processing so much healing, so much growth, so much soothing, that you have come to understand the central and fundamental place of self-care in your life. You have understood self-care to be beyond treating yourself or spa days. I'm thinking for many women and men, this is a kind of way that we superficially take care of ourselves, beautify ourselves. Instead, you're understanding self-care at a fundamental level to you being able to do the work that you love, to be able to approach all tasks in your life, loved or not loved, with a sense of care in terms of how you integrate the necessity of your work into your life and how you fuel yourself in order to do your best work. This is an act of perpetual love, perpetual generation of good feelings of support, the support that you may not have experienced or you may, in the world, or do not anticipate in the world, come back to you through yourself. You take care of yourself. You acknowledge your worth. This is so important because understanding your worth is what helps you to understand your value and what generates the sense of care and self-love. This is what's reflected to others, and this forms the basis of all your relationships with others and with your work. So this is a beautiful card of care, of nurturing, of fulfillment, satisfaction, of the flow of love. And I'm going to pull Soul's Journey card to frame this birth quarter, and I pulled blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. I dare say that the passage of Pluto out of your sign finally in this last fourth quarter has been in many ways about processing the idea of blame and releasing that. If it may have evolved from blaming others for your failures or your disappointments, then it at other times turned to self-blaming, that I didn't do enough, didn't do it correctly. This is about releasing that and just being responsible for the experiences you had without blame. We're all here to learn. No one's perfect. And as you've taken responsibility for that, you've actually grown, learned in your sense of self-forgiveness and self-respect. And that feeds the sense of love, flow, that I now honor myself for the lessons I've learned, my ability to learn them, and my understanding that I've done the best that I could do. I'm also going to pull a chakra wisdom card. And I've pulled the solar plexus chakra, which is the gemstone topaz. The solar plexus is about our confidence, our self-esteem, self-regard. And the key word here is manifestation. Manifestation is the fruition of confidence and belief. This is powerful. And this really does reflect upon October's energy of discipline, work ethic, responsibility, the devotion and love of craft, the love of your labor, and that one actually can lose oneself in that love as it becomes devotional, about respect, about earning the rewards, the trust in yourself to do the right thing, the satisfaction in knowing that you know what's best for you. I am clarifying the Eight of Pentacles with the Warrior of Cups and the Temperance card. I'm not sure in this deck if this is the title, but the Grand Alchemist comes to mind in this particular Mayan deck, where the self-healing process is not easy because there's an angel, deity, or some kind of divine energy that seems to be processing these two cups in a way that's fluid. There's a rainbow. It looks easy, but actually the hurts, the suffering, the mistakes, the betrayals are being constantly cycled through as the experience of healing over time, of patience, of making the same mistakes sometimes for many of us over and over again, and eventually learning, eventually refining our nature so that we get it. It's really about love. It is not about being perfect. It's not about giving others what they want in the naive hope that they will give it back to you. It is about the sense of regard that keeps you trying to do your best. And that healing process is long and it is not easy. So kudos to you for actually manifesting that healing process in your practice of labor. Of course, the Warrior of Cups is just about the open-heartedness that you are experiencing in October, in particular Capricorn. In some ways, I realize how false it is to equate months of the year with spiritual lessons and practices and growth. However, in October, this may show up for you as an offer of love, someone approaching you, someone apologizing, someone seeking a healthy closure with you, or investigating your openness to loving in a relationship in a healing way. This can be anyone from a lover to a family member, a sibling, a friend, a parent, so that you're open to receiving acknowledgement, recognition, support. In November, the star card is going to be clarified here by goodness. The High Priestess and the Lady of Jades, or the Queen of Pentacles. So I'm going to start with the Queen of Pentacles because she is an absolute manifestation of some of your best qualities, Capricorn. This is about working, generating ideas, taking the steps necessarily to maximize the harvest in season with nature, not just natural rhythms, but with those that work around you, with you, under you, over you, so that you are attuned to the energy of others and you are sufficiently engaged in that process to inspire others. You're modeling this healthy behavior of growth and harvest. It's also about receiving the love as part of the process. This is almost, right now, it's occurring to me that these are very similar in practicing improvement in all aspects of yourself, your life, your skills, your craft, your environment, in preparation for any opportunity that comes your way. And in doing that, not simply preparing a harvest, but receiving the rewards, the recognition of the work that you do, allowing yourself to be loved. In December, the Queen of Cups, I almost didn't talk about the High Priestess, taking it so for granted, but this is the you that is reclaiming your place on the planet. This is your reclaiming the mission that you came here to accomplish, the knowledge that you have gained, not just from the experiences in this life, but the experiences from other lives, the lives of other individuals, cultural heroes, mentors, relatives, loved ones who passed away, ancestral mentors. This is all those who understand who you are and what your purpose is. Your processing of that knowledge is the wisdom that you have to understand what is in alignment with you. This deep ability to reflect is divine and allows you to contain the wisdom of your path, of your purpose. In December, the Queen of Cups is clarified by the Six of Cups and shuffling on camera is definitely a different experience, and the Nine of Swords. This is an interesting, there's no such thing as summarizing our experiences and our knowledge or wisdom. However, the Nine of Cups is this ability to allow ourselves, now that we've gained some courage, some self-love, some healing practice that creates the sense of safety and protection around us, we're able to finally release and give ourselves over to all the suffering that we've endured, to all the regret, to face it, to acknowledgement, to the fears that came true, to the self-fulfilling prophecies that we manifested in our lack of belief in ourselves, and the suffering that we created in many cases, and not all cases. I would not tell you that everything that hurt you was your own doing. That's not what I mean. What I mean is our giving our power away, often unbidden, is really often what creates this sense of disappointment, failure, heartache, when the power is always yours, is never to be given away to others. And so understanding that the cycle is completed, you're no longer invested in these beliefs, in these illusions, in these ideas, that you are actually letting go of this process. And it's interesting because the Queen of Cups gives you all the power to do that in the most loving, gentle, healthy way. But the Six of Cups is reminding you that there is a soul bond that is sparking and inspiring you. Perhaps it is the openness of heart that you displayed early in this quarter that is welcoming in an apology, a reconnection, a healthy closure, or a desire to re engage, recommit, revisit something that gave you a lot of joy at your most authentic self. This is the pleasure and joy that comes from being natural, being who you truly are, without a plan, without judgment, without an agenda. And so the soul bond appears to reemerge at the end of the year in a way that is helping you to release the old baggage from the past. I'm going to finish up this reading with Soul Purpose card, a couple of oracles actually, and I pulled Health. I like that. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. I think this is important because this level of healing, this tremendous passage of Pluto, the planet Pluto, from our sign, is really precipitating the residual impact of many things that we needed to release that are unhealthy from our systems. And that is a very gentle and tenuous process. This is not to be taken lightly. Cleansing, detoxing, all must be done carefully. And it is not a surprise that even some illnesses are a result of this desire of this release of toxicity in our environments, in our bodies, in our homes, in our relationships. And lastly, I'm going to pull a final chakra wisdom card as a frame to this quarter, a closing frame. And out pops calmness from the crown chakra. And it is no accident that my channel is named Pacific Tarot for peace in Latin. And it's a moonstone, a rainbow moonstone that is the gemstone associated in this card with the crown chakra. And the key word is calmness. To calm your monkey mind. Do not feed the animal. Thank you so much, Capricorn, for this powerful reading. I thank you for your likes, your shares, your subscribes, and reminding you that I offer personal readings. Until next time, namaste.